You reseated in a dimly lit Parisian salon in the year 1778. A low hum of glass harmonica fills the air. Around you, a circle of strangers hold hands, their eyes glazed. At the center, a man in a lilac robe moves silently, his gaze intense. With a flick of his wrist, convulsions ripple through the room. One moment of shock, then silence. This man is Franz Anton Mesmer, and what he claimed to control was nothing less than life's invisible current. Born on May 23, 1734 in the village of Isnang, on the serene shores of Lake Constance, Mesmer was the third of 9 children in a modest forest warden's family. He studied theology and law before turning to medicine in Vienna, where, in 1766, he completed a doctoral dissertation on the influence of the planets on the human body. Even then, Mesmer's mind was restless. He asked, what if behind disease is not always the visible wound, but an unseen force? Mesmer believed that all living beings and objects shared a subtle fluid, one he called animal magnetism or animal gravitation. A blockage in this fluid, he argued, caused illness. Open the path, restore the flow, and you restore health. He first tested this idea with magnets, then with his own hands. He claimed that his body could channel this invisible force into others. Patients reported tremors, convulsions, laughter, crying, dramatic reactions. Some found relief, others found the experience terrifying. It was bold. It was touching on something real, though misinterpreted. And it raised alarm among the traditional doctors. By the late 1770s, Mesmer moved to Paris and set up a clinic, becoming wildly popular. He invented the baquet, a wooden tub filled with magnetized water and metal rods. Patients would sit around it, hold hands, as Mesmer wandered among them, directing the flow of the invisible fluid. The scene was almost theatrical, flickering candles, music, draped rooms, the dramatic gestures of the doctor. Some patients believed they had been healed, others simply got caught in the drama. His reputation grew, celebrities and royalty visited. Mesmer's fortune followed, but the higher he climbed, the harsher the gaze. In 1784, under pressure, Benjamin Franklin and a commission appointed by Louis XVI investigated Mesmer's methods. They concluded that his animal magnetism was unproven. The fluid invisible, undetectable, unfounded, the blow was public. Once adored patients turned skeptical, the scientific community turned away. Mesmer retreated into obscurity, his methods ridiculed, his theory dismissed. Yet despite his downfall, the ripples of his work endured. So what remains of Mesmer's story? Although animal magnetism is no longer scientifically accepted, his showy treatments helped give birth to something else. The idea that the mind, suggestion, and trance states matter in healing. In short, hypnosis. His name lives on in the word mesmerize. He stands as a bridge between mysticism and modern psychology, a man who touched something real, even if his explanation was flawed. His legacy whispers, the body is not just flesh and blood, it's waves, energies, the unseen currents of mind and machine. Think about this, a man who believed he could rearrange invisible fluid to heal, holds hands with strangers in a glowing room, and becomes both healer and spectacle. He rises in status, then falls in shame, yet still leaves a mark. Mesmer reminds us of the thrill of human belief, the danger of certainty, and the humility required in exploring the unknown. When you feel yourself drawn into a story, a performance, a moment of suggestion, consider that you may be walking a path first traced by Mesmer. Those trembling hands in the baquet, that was the beginning of us asking, what unseen forces move us? Franz Anton Mesmer, healer, showman, pioneer, he didn't fully succeed, but he dared. He tangled with the invisible, challenged the established, and gave us a glimpse of what lies beneath. If his story teaches one thing, science isn't always clean. It is messy, dramatic, full of spectacle, doubt, and wonder. Let us remember him not only for his successes or failures, but for his courage to imagine what cannot be seen. Thank you, Mesmer. You made us ask, what if the current of life flows beneath our feet, waiting to be felt?